y2, right? Now, do you remember the formula for slope?
Y minus Y that, or
y2 minus
Y2 minus
y1.
Y1. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Um, could you calculate this for us, please? And I don't care if you use a calculator for our lessons, probably would be a good idea just because we don't need to be held back by those calculations, but it's
Yeah.
up to you.
Okay, would it be 24/6? And then it would be 4/2. Or,
By 6 and divide 6 by 6.
it's 1. Okay, so 4/1.
Yeah.
Okay, so just 4 then. See? Matthew, I think you're on mute.
You are correct. Yes.
Yeah.
So good job. You found the slope. We rewrite the equation. Now we're going to find B. So to solve for B, you're going to use either the ordered pair 2, 8 or 8, 32.
Yeah.
I would recommend using the smaller one. That's X, that's Y. 8 equals 4 times 2 plus B. Could you solve this for B for us, please?
Yeah.
Start solving what you say. So what's 4 times 2?
Uh,
So start solving one thing at a time.
yeah. And what are
Take it to the
the
other side, right?
okay.
So you get B isolated on one side.
So would it be 16B?
No. Yeah, we're on. So if this equals 8,
Mm-hmm.
how do you get it to that side?
How do I get 8 to that side? Making a negative, right?
You subtract it from that
Yeah.
side. If it's plus on one side, you take it away from the other side. Go ahead.
I don't know what to do.
Don't get confused, just do the thing. You do not do it. You absolutely not do it.
I'm hearing all the right stuff for me. Like it's
Yeah.
exactly right. So give me
Okay.
the result for B, please.
Don't
0
yeah.
plus B, or B equals 0.
B equals 0, yeah. So this is 0, yeah, it's 0 plus B, but you ignore that. You just say, oh, 0 doesn't count. So B equals 0.
Okay.
That goes right here. So your equation is Y equals 4X, okay? But very important, if you go back to the original problem here, which I know we're using different letters. We're using N and F of N, okay? N and F of N. So what does that really mean? It means that X is really N and Y is really F of N. But because you're used to X and Y, you should work the problem with X and Y. And then at
Okay.
the end, only at the end to change it. So this is F of N equals 4N, like that.
Okay.
So is the F of N always the Y, the rise? Is that the case?
Y can be replaced by F of X when you're using function notation.
Okay. Never X is never a function of X. Is that correct?
Well, it could be X as a function of Y, or you can make X as a function of T, or really X as a function of any variable. But in this class, I don't know why they're emphasizing this notation, but that's what they've chosen to do. It's not really the best place to use it. But really any variable can be a function of another, but typically Y is a function of X.
Is that something that for this class we should just kind of
Yes,
count on?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
Always Y is a function of X. This is all extraneous to this class. But more importantly is like not to try to worry about this notation until the end. And okay, like wait till the end and then you've
Okay.
got it.
Then
So now let's go back to what it was actually asking you to do. If I could go back and find that, of course, I can't find it. It's on a different page. There it is. Okay. It says to check your formula. Let me snip this in here. So we have f of n equals 4n. And it says here to check your formula using f of 8, meaning like put 8 in 4n. So f of 8 means wherever you see an n, put an 8.
Okay.
And you're multiplying here. What does that become?
Would it be 64?
times 8 times 8 is 64.
Yeah.
Again, if you've got a calculator, you can use it.
32,
32. 32. So let's go back to that table that we started with. Is that the same as this right here?
Yeah, it is.
It is. Okay, so that's what they want you to verify, is that your formula actually works.
Got
All
it.
right. We're going to do this a little bit out of order. It says to find f of 30. So f of 30 means, again, so you have f of n equals 4n. I
Mhm.
want you to calculate f of 30, which means you're going to put 30 wherever you see an n.
Okay. That'd be 120.
Yes, f of 30, 4 times 30 is, I'm sorry, you said one, should be 120.
Yeah.
120. All right. Okay, now the last one is kind of the oddity, the odd one out here. And when we did this last year, I know this was challenging. It's a backwards question. So what we've been doing is kind of going forwards. Now we're going to go backward.
Okay.
So they're giving you the output, and you know that f of n equals 4n. So this 48 here, this 48 is going to replace f of n. Like you're going to put it right there. So instead of f of n,
It'll
it's
be
going to be
48 equals 4n.
yes,
Okay.
like that. All right. So what does n equal?
Um. N equals 44.
Nope. What is the math operation between the 4 and the n?
Move the 4 and divide under here, right?
Oh, divide it. Okay. Yeah. They subtract it.
Yeah, you undo multiplication with division.
Yeah.
So we're going to divide both sides by 4. What does n equal?
12.
Good. Okay. Any thoughts on that?
I just was confused about subtracting or dividing, but I gotta know.
Okay. So as a reminder, as you know, you
Yeah.
undo addition with subtraction, subtraction with addition, multiplication with division, division with multiplication.
Yeah.
All right. So new problem here. It's the same thing, just different numbers. We're going to go through the exact same set of steps. Um, this is so again, these are ordered pairs. This is an ordered pair, this is an ordered pair. Okay.
Okay.
And I know it says the nth term of the pattern, but it's linear. Linear means y equals mx plus b. That's what
Okay.
you've been using. So step one is to find the slope.
Okay.
Okay, could you attempt to find the slope for us, please?
Yeah. I got it.
X
I
one,
got it.
X two.
I got it.
Okay.
I got my final answer 7/1.
Okay, so what does that reduce to?
7/1, just 7.
Yes, just 7, good, yeah. Right, sometimes we want the actual rise over the run, sometimes we just want the full number here. So it's
Yeah.
y equals 7x plus b. So I want you to use either this ordered pair or this one on the right, doesn't matter to me, and calculate b for us, please.
Okay, and you want me to put 8 or 18 in for B?
No,
No, no, these are x and y values, just like you did here. This was the y and this was an x, and this is a y and this is an x. You have to be consistent.
So what
so
do I put
Remy,
in for B?
N, you're solving for B. So
Yeah,
you're putting
ignore
in,
those. Yeah,
look, so this is a X on top, the N,
Yeah.
and the Y is the F of N. So all you have to do, it's simpler than you're thinking. All you have to do is put in the X value, 8, and put in the Y value of 10.
Yeah.
You're plugging information in slowly.
So it'd be 10 equals 7, 8?
Yes,
Okay,
times 8, yeah, that's good.
and then from there, you.
okay, I got it.
Move one side and let B be by itself.
I moved 10, right?
No,
Or 56? 56, okay.
you wanna keep B by itself.
And that turns into a negative, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Then do I subtract or add 56?
So if this is positive 56 on this side, this is positive 56,
Yeah.
to get it on this side, what do you have to do?
Make it
You have to
subtractable,
subtract it, yeah, a positive becomes a negative. A multiply becomes a divide, right? Those rules. So that 56, you gotta bring over to this side,
Mhm.
10. You have to subtract
Okay.
from this.
Oh, okay.
This is-
Well, I was thinking of that. No, I know, I
Go
know.
ahead, finish. You have to answer for B.
Yeah, no, I got it. I was just overthinking it.
Yeah, I think you're over time. Very out, sure.
Would it be 46?
No.
Or
Close. I mean, it's
negative
you've got
46?
yeah, negative
Yeah,
46.
negative 46 equals B.
Okay, so that goes back here, and you rewrite it. You say, okay, it's 7x minus 46. And
Mm,
again, though, you got to be careful because your teacher, while this is great and this is correct, your teacher wants you to use n and f of n. So you have to make this substitution. You have to say, okay, x is really n, y is really f of n. I'm going to replace. So
um,
you want to do this. This is the like final answer here.
okay.
You're on mute.
Mm,
All right, so now the next thing is to check your formula. So we're going to make sure that it actually is correct by checking it for 8. So your formula is f of n equals 7n minus 46. F of
Okay.
8 means to put 8 in for n. And I like to show it in parentheses, 7 parentheses 8 minus 46, because it's just easier to kind of like, rather than like thinking maybe it's 78 or something, you're multiplying these numbers together and then subtracting. So would you
Okay.
simplify that for us?
Yeah. Are we trying to get like F by itself, or
Nope,
we're
you're
just trying to
just
find it?
You're just multiplying and then subtracting. Simplifying means you're combining whatever operations you have to get a result and get a number.
I think one thing with
10.
Remy is he always thinks he's missing something, so he doesn't trust the basic stuff.
Understood, yeah.
You know, it's like, don't think ahead, just do the math. You
Is
know,
it,
Yeah.
so is it 10?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So y, f of n, f of x, right? F of n equals 10, so the y coordinate is 10, the
Good.
x coordinate's 8.
All right, so something really similar here. We're gonna find f of 10. It's basically the same thing you just did, except 10 instead of 8. Could you do that
Okay.
for us, please?
Yeah. Would it be 24?
7 times 10 minus 46 is 24. Now the backwards question. So this is where you're going to do something slightly different. Let me get snipped in here. It says find the term where f of n equals 87, f of n equals 7n minus 46. Is that right? Yeah. So this time, just like in the previous problem we did, this 87 replaces all of this.
Okay.
So instead of f of n, go ahead.
Oh, nothing. Sorry. Keep going.
Yeah. So you have to solve for n. And this is a two-step equation. You undo addition and subtraction before
First.
multiplication and division.
Okay. Would it be 19 equals n?
Okay, that sure sounds right. So, yes. Any questions on that?
No.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Good job.
Okay, let's see if we can get through another one real quick here. So again, I'll make a quick table. N, f of n. So let's say n of 1 is 9 and n of 4 is 24. I want you to calculate the slope first. And again, you can think of this as really x and this really as y.
Okay.
Sorry, that is not right.
What's not right?
Why isn't this working? Oh, it is. I'm sorry. This is correct. I apologize. This does work.
Very good. Very good. Okay, my final simplified answer, I'm pretty sure, is just 5. That's correct.
So it's y equals 5x plus b. So I want you
Yeah.
to use this ordered pair. So that x is 1, y is 9, and solve for b.
Wait, can you say that again? Sorry.
Just like we've been doing. You're picking an ordered pair,
Yeah.
x and y. I recommend using that first one
Oh, to fill in for X
and y
and
to
Y.
get b.
Okay. Got it.
To get b.
I don't. Would it be B equals 4?
Now your equation is y equals 5x plus b. But just to be consistent with what we've been doing, we'll replace this with f of n equals 5n plus b
Mm-hmm.
plus 4. Sorry, plus 4. I don't know why I didn't do that there. Okay. And then we could do any number of things. Okay. Like we're pretty much out of time. We could like do f of like, 12, or I could, where you're putting that number in for n. That would be
Yeah.
an example. Okay.
Okay.
I could have you do something else. So it just depends on the problem here.
Okay.
All right. Close out here. Any questions from Jesse there, Dad? Any